Now let us learn more about function. So in this I am creating my function where the function, which is a keyword, which is in blue letter, country equal to Norway, and the condition here is paste action is I am from comma country. Country is a my function variable, right? So when I create this, function is created. Now by default, when I do just my function, I'll get I am from Norway. Now instead of my function default, I'm just keeping it as Borivali. My function Borivali. So I'm getting I am from Borivali. If I say my function and in the character Sweden, I am from Sweden. My function India, I am from India. And if I simply put my function, we'll get a default value which is Norway, right? Then my function USA, then you have my function X is equal to 5 into X, right? So this is a new function that I have created where the moment I do my function, it will return 5 into X with a number. So now I am doing my function 8. So it is 8 5s are 40. Now print my function. I can also use print, right? Then I will do my function 5. I am getting 5 into star, that is 5 into 5. In this row number 459, print my function 9 is 5 into 9. There is something called function which is nested function. That is function within function. So we will learn that. In this nested function, I am creating function as x comma y, where the action is A, that is x comma y, return A. So I will be creating this nested function. Okay, now if I do nested function 3 comma 4, it will be multiplied by 3 into 4. So I am getting a result of 12 here. So you see the result here, it is coming 12. Now I can do nested function, that means function within function. So here nested function 2 comma 2 comma nested function 3 comma 3 and whole bracket there is a nested function. So here what will happen? So here nested function, it has to give function x comma y. In place of x, there is a nested function 2 comma 2. And in place of y, there is nested function 3 comma 3. So first it will multiply nested function 2 comma 2, that is 4. Then nested function 3 comma 3, that is 9. And again there is nested function outside. So nested function 4 comma 9. So I'll get an answer as 36. So it is a function within function. That's why it is called nested function. Now let us look at vectors. So vectors of a string. What is a vector? Vector is like creating a list. In Python you might have created list. Okay, here we are creating a vector. For that the code that you use C. The C stands for vector. So here I am creating fruits, which is a vector of fruits, banana, apple, orange. So this is created. So when I type fruits, variable fruits, I get banana, apple, orange, the way I have created in order. Now I am creating a vector of numbers 1, 2, 3. So for that I'll put C 1, 2, 3. So when I execute numbers, I get 1, 2, 3. Then this is also a vector, that is numbers, a range of 1 to 10. So I get numbers. When I execute numbers, I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right? Now, vector with numerical decimals in a sequence. So I want a sequence between 1.5 to 6.5. So it will take 1 as a sequence. So the moment I do numbers 1.5 to 6.5, in the environment you see there are 6 numbers that have been created: 1.5, 2.5, 3.5, 4.5, 5.5, 6.5. So it has created with 1 as a differential. So I execute numbers, I get 1.5 to 6.5. Now you see the magic here. Numbers 1 I am creating from 1.5 to 7.6. Now you see how the vector will be created. When I am executing numbers 1, only up to 7.5 will come. 7.6 will not come because it has to take sequential. So our language is smart enough to understand the sequence. So similarly, numbers 1.5 to 6.3, it will not give 6.3 as the last element. It will give only 5.5 as the last element. So when I execute numbers 2, I'll get 1.5, 2.5, 3.5, 4.5 and 5.5, right? Similarly for log values, I'll create a vector. So these are the Boolean values. So when I give this, I get true, false in the order what I have given. Again, I am creating fruits. Okay. For list of fruits, you can understand what is the length. How many elements are there? So in banana, apple, orange, there are 3 elements. So to know how many elements are there, see this is an example. That's why only 3 elements have been given. Suppose if I am giving some 15 fruits, so I'll get the length accordingly. So it has got, the vector has got 3 fruits. Similarly, I am adding mango and lemon also into fruits. Now when I see the length of this, so let me do length of fruits. So I'm getting 5 because I have added 2 more fruits. Similarly, numbers 13, 3, 5, 7, 22. So I'm getting, if I do length of numbers, I'm getting 6 because there are 6 numbers that have been given. Now I can sort these in alphabetical order. Sorting means keeping it in alphabetical order, right? So I am sorting fruits. So my output will give in alphabetical order: apple, banana, lemon, mango, orange. Similarly, if I sort numbers, they will be in a ascending order. The 501 row, you see 13, 3, 5, 7, 22. When I sort them, the output will be in ascending order. So that is how it will be there. See, if you look at the numbers here in the environment, it is from 1 to 6. It is in the way that we have given the command. So 13, 3, 5, 7, 22. In the same order it will be there. But I can sort it to identify, right? So again, how to access elements in a variable. So fruits is a variable with a vector of 3 fruits: banana, apple, orange. So I want to access the first element. What is the first element? That is banana. So to access the first element, I will use square bracket. So remember, round bracket is for your working on variable. Flower bracket is action to be done or conditions to be met. If you are using square bracket, it is you want to access the element or you want to do something for that element. You can replace, you can change, or you can increase, you can add, anything you can do, right? So now when I am doing fruits 1, I am accessing 1 element. So similarly, I can access multiple elements. Now I am creating fruits with 5 elements. So I am accessing first element and third element. So the moment I do, I get 1, 3, means I am accessing banana and orange. So in the output, I got banana and orange, right? Then access all elements except for the first element. So for that, I will reduce vector -1. So banana is erased from the list. I got apple, orange, mango, lemon. So that is how, but it is not erased from the environment. It is there in the environment. Only thing is, when I am calling -1 means the first element will move out. Now fruits -1 and -2. What happens? the first two elements will be erased. Now I want to replace 1 with pear. Now you see, I just assign fruits 1 for the first element pear. Instead of banana, pear will appear. So look at the output. Instead of banana, pear is there. Apple, orange, mango, lemon. Now I can repeat the sequence. So for that, the keyword is REP. REP is for repeat. So now here there is a vector 1, 2, 3 I have created, out of which I have to repeat each item by 3 times. So I am doing repeat each as a variable, wherein I am creating a vector and I want it to be repeated thrice. So when I call for, I get 1 3 times, 2 3 times, and 3 3 times. Right? So same thing. For fruits I want to repeat. So we have created fruits earlier. So I'm repeating it 3 times. So I get pear 3 times, apple 3 times, orange in the same sequential order. Each item will be repeated thrice. Now, I am creating a vector x with 3 elements, 1, 2, 3. I am repeating each with 5. This also I can do. Now I am repeating with 3 times. So in the output I get 3 times. Now I want to repeat it independently. So I am creating one vector 1, 2, 3 where 1 need to be repeated 5 times, 2 need to be repeated 2 times, 3 need to be repeated only once. So for repetition also I am keeping it in a vector. So when I call this, I get the output in the similar fashion. So I can either do it in a single way or I can do it in multiple times. So when I call it, I get 1 repeated 5 times, 2 repeated 2 times, 3 repeated once. So these are all sequence of numbers. Vector I can also do 1 to 10. Right? So when I am calling number 2, that is the second element, I get 2 because you understand what is there in numbers. It is from 1 to 10. You see in the environment the very first one, integers 1 to 10, and when I am repeating it is 2. So numbers you see. Now you can also do sequence. Instead of vector C, you can create a sequence wherein sequence starts from and to. And by what? How do you want the sequence? So with a difference of 20, say from 0 to 99, there are 99 elements or 100 elements if you count 0 also. So 0 to 99 is 100 elements, but I want to separate it by 20. Means how will my numbers look like? So I execute the command. My numbers look like this: 0, 20, 40, 60, 80. If you want to divide it in a range, when you want to create a graph and you want to divide it in range, this can be used. Right? Now list of strings, right? Apple, banana, cherry. And this list is the variable that we have created. So this is the thing. Now I want to replace apple with blackcurrant. So it is replaced because I'm using the square bracket and assigning it blackcurrant. When I print this list, apple is removed. In place of apple, blackcurrant has come in, banana, cherry. So our environment is also changed. You see here, when I go to my environment, I'll see blackcurrant replaced. In place of apple, blackcurrant has come in, banana, cherry. Right? Then you have length. How to do the length of the list, right? Then the list is 3, length I use it. Then apple is in the list, right? I get true. Okay, apple is in the list. So apple, this is percentage in this list. Okay, now I want to append. I want to add one element at the to the list, right? So I will say X append this list with orange. So orange gets added into the list, right? So orange comes in as a fourth position. Apple, banana, cherry, the fourth element will be added because it is appended. What is appending? Appending means adding something. You make addendums in agreements and all. Similarly, appending. I want to append. Say, for example, monthly bill is raised, first month, second month, third month. So, in a bank, suppose you want to append the fourth bill, you use this formula. So, these are all the basics that you are learning. But in fintech, you can apply them in the real life scenario, right? So, this list, right? Then you have this list, apple, banana, cherry. Now I have got orange and I want to append this after 2. That means after second element I want to append. That means in between second element and the third element. Now you see append this list orange after 2. Okay. Then when I am typing this list, so I get in between, right? So y, I am creating a new variable, that is y. So now y has got 4 elements. Now you see the orange has come into in between banana and cherry. That means after second, the way you code, it appears, right? So when I am giving y, so orange has come in the third position. Earlier it was apple, banana, cherry. Now orange you have added after 2. So orange just comes in. Now again this list. So again you can do new list. You can create new list -1. That means you don't want apple in the list. So when you do new list, you get banana, cherry. So apple is replaced, right? Again when you do this list, that is banana, cherry. Now this list I am doing apple, banana, cherry, orange, kiwi, melon, mango. So I am adding more. So when you look this list you have 7 fruits: apple, banana, cherry, orange, kiwi, melon, right? These are the 7 fruits that have come in. Okay, now I want to get the list from 2 to 5. That means second element onwards up to fifth element. What is second element? You see the list. What is the second element? That is banana. To fifth element, that is kiwi. So banana, cherry, orange, kiwi you need, right? So when I execute this and I call for X, I get this one. So I go to X, a new list is created from banana, cherry, orange, kiwi, right? So this list is this: apple, banana, cherry, orange, kiwi, melon, and mango, right? Now X from 2 to 5, that is banana, cherry, orange, kiwi. So likewise you can say for example, if a customer has paid 5 bills out of 7, you want to know how many bills he has paid. So first bill to fifth bill that you take. So 6th, 7th will be pending. So this is the thing you use it in real life scenario in fintech. So this is how coding will be used. Now again this list is given for X in this list, print X, means all the items will be done. X in this list, so understand if it is there, right? So true, there is each item is there. There are items in the list. Now list 1 I am creating ABC, right? So vector list is one and the same, right? One and the same. So in R they call it as vector. List is a vector, right? So list 1 ABC, list 2 is 1 2 3. Now what I am doing, I am creating a vector with list 1 followed by list 2. So a new list is created, that is list 3, wherein list 3 will have 1 2 3 follow ABC followed by 1 2 3. So you go to the environment and see you have ABC followed by 1 2 3, right? So there are 2 types of data types. One is character and second is the number, numerics, right? So this is how you have list 1, that is ABC. Okay, then you have list 2, that is 1 2 3. List 3 is combination of C, list 1 comma list 2, that is you are pasting the list, right? Then the list 3 you got is your 6 elements A, B, C and 1 2 3. So in the environment also is there. Now I want to convert this matrix into this list or vector into rows and columns. I have 6 people, but I have only 2 rows, so I have to adjust them into 2 rows. So I can create, so this matrix, create a matrix of the matrix. Matrix is the keyword. Vector, for this vector 1 2 3 4 5 6, create a matrix where it should have 3 rows and 2 columns. So you have done matrix in maybe in your 10th or 11th standard, right? Wherein numbers you can put it in matrix. Say for example, there are 6 people. There are 2 benches and each bench can occupy 3 people. So you can divide them, you can split them into 2 rows. You can ask them to occupy 1 chair each. So similarly, when you are creating, this is a matrix. Okay, and how this matrix will look like? The matrix will look like this, right? So you have 1 2 3 4 5 6. So you have 3 rows and 2 columns. That's how you have done it. 3 rows and 2 columns. Now you want to create 3 columns and 2 rows. So you write n column, number of columns, number of rows. So this will be in a different way, which is this matrix 1. It looks like this. 1 2 3 4 5 6. That means 3 columns and 2 rows, right? So this is how the matrix function is there. So now I'm creating a matrix of apple, banana, cherry, orange into 2 by 2 matrix, right? So this is a matrix. Fruits, see, these are the fruits. So the matrix is created apple, banana, cherry, orange. So in the environment also it gets created, right? So when you are doing it on the console, you get this. On the console you get it, that is apple, banana, cherry, orange. And how does it actually looks like? If you click it in the environment, you get the matrix like this: apple, banana, cherry, orange. That means you are creating this in a Excel. So R language can import Excel also. You can import R language in. So you have the button here, export. So you click here, you can export R language, or you go here, file. You can open a file and you can open file type. You can import data set. So in importing data set, you can do it from text. You can do it from Excel. It will automatically create into Excel files. So I'll show you. Actually, you will have lot of data sets available here. Now I'll just show you one example. Say there is a data set called empty cars. So I'm just doing empty cars, right? So empty cars is a data set which is having some 31 rows and 11 columns. So this is what is the data set. So you see the data set. This is a pre-inbuilt data set, that is empty cars. So there are some 32 various cars and 11 parameters is there. Your miles per gallon, cylinders, displacements, horsepower, draught, weight, cusack, your speed, and automatic or manual. So these are the types of data sets that are available in your R libraries. So fruits we have created 2 by 2 this thing. So let me take this up. Okay, now I can access 1 comma 2. So what is fruits 1 comma 2? Always remember square bracket. Square brackets tells about your element. So what is 1 comma 2 means? First row, second column. First row, second column, right? So the element is cherry. So you want to check, you go to the environment. So first row, second column. So in the environment you have cherry, right? First row, second column. This is second row, second column. First row, first column. First row, second row, first column, right? So you can actually do all the things. Say I'm doing fruits 2, 2, so you will get orange. So go to your environment and you see second row, second column has got orange. So that means you are accessing a element. Similarly, you can access something from an Excel sheet. Say for example, if you are accessing HDFC Bank data, stock price for the last 30 days, and this 30 days, 30 things are in 4 weeks. Each week has got 6 days. So you want to know the price. So week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, like that, into 6 by 4, 6 rows and 4 columns. So you can access the data. Now if I do 1 comma space and after comma I'm not mentioning, means it will take the first row, all columns. So in the apple cherry has come. So you see here apple cherry is the first row. So I'm calling for complete row, right? Then now I'm also doing fruits 3. Now here 6 rows and 1 column it is not coming because I have given only 4 elements: apple, banana, cherry, orange, and I want to create a 6 by 1. Remember one thing, if you want to create a matrix, you should understand that the multiple should be equal to the number of items. 6 into 1 is 6. 6 is not equal to 4 items. Here apple, banana, cherry, orange, n rows is 6, 1. So it will not be created. That's why I got an error message. Always error message will be in red. Warning message is in the matrix, data length is 4 is not a submultiple of number of rows, that is 6. Got it? So that's how you have to do this. Okay, fruits 1 is not found. Okay, so fruits rows all and 2 columns. So cherry, orange will come. So columns will come, rows will not come. So go to your fruits, cherry, orange. So this is the column. Okay, the rows will be missing, right? So you see this. Now fruits 4 we are creating. Okay, so how many fruits are there? So go to fruits 4. So check the environment. Check the environment here, fruits 4. So for the convenience, I am erasing entire environment. So fruits 4 is a matrix that we are creating. Okay, with 3 rows and 3 columns, means 9 fruits are there. So how does this fruits 4 look like? Apple, banana, cherry, orange, grapes, pineapple, pear, melon, fig. So this is how it looks. So when I click on the environment looks like this. It's an Excel where 3 rows and 3 columns have come, and all the fruits occupied their respective places. 3 by 3 rows, right? Now here what happens? You have fruits 4. Now I am calling for first column, second column, first row, second row. So in a vector. So when I give this, I get apple, banana, orange, grape. So you see this, go to the environment. So 1, 2, 1, 2. So what I have asked, 1, 2, 1, 2. So first column, second column, first row, second row. So entire V3 and 3 number will be erased. So apple, orange, banana, grape. Apple, orange, banana, grape has come. So this is how you can cut the data. Say for example, you want to erase a data. You want to crop the data. Actually, this logic is used in photography also. You are having smartphones where you use it. You can crop the data accordingly. Right? In photography, you can crop it. How do you crop it? When you take a picture, you crop the picture, right? So this is what is the logic behind it. So again, element also you can call for 3, 3 gives fig. Where is fig? So go to the environment. Fig is the last element, third row, third element. That's what we have called for. So X I have created, right? Now when I am creating X, so this is a straight line. Now I want to create this X into n row, 3 rows and 3 columns. So fruits 5 is created, 3 rows and 3 columns. So when I'm calling for the data, so it is apple, banana, cherry, orange, grape, pineapple, pear, melon, fig. So you have fruits 5, all rows and only 2 columns. All rows and 2 columns. So how does this look like? This look like apple, banana, cherry, orange, grape, pineapple. So this is how it is there. Now let us see binding. So you already have fruits 5, which is 3 by 3 data. Now I want to column bind and row bind. What is column bind? Means I will add that, paste that in one separate column. So I am doing a column bind. Fruits 5. How does fruits 5 look like? Like this. Below apple, banana, cherry, orange, grape, pineapple, pear, melon, fig. Right? This is a fruit 5. Now fruit 6 I am creating, where I am creating a new column called column bind. So fruits 5 comma this vector column bind. So how does this fruit 6 looks like now? One new column is added. The 4th column is added. Strawberry, blueberry and raspberry. Got it? Now I am doing a row bind. Mango, watermelon, jackfruit. So one row will be added. So how does fruit 7 will look like? So a row has added. Mango, watermelon, jackfruit comes and gets added. So this is how you have this matrix, right? So this matrix, okay. So you can also remove first row and first column. So you can do all these things. For removing it is -1. So I'm creating one row and one column. So how does this matrix looks like? So first of all, let us look at this matrix. Okay. So this matrix is here. This matrix looks like apple, orange, banana, mango, cherry, pineapple. So we have created this. So here I am removing one row and one column. Means apple, orange will be removed. Apple, banana, cherry will also be removed. So how does this look like? So when I do this matrix, it's only mango, pineapple. So mango, pineapple are left. One row and one column is removed. First row and first column is removed. Right? So again you see. No. First is for row, second is for column. In the square bracket x comma y, x is the row, y is the column. So first row is removed. C. The moment you see means it is a vector. Vector means it's a list. It's not an item. Right? So first row and first column is removed. So this matrix, okay, looks like this. Then again a 2 by 2 is created. I want to check if apple is in this matrix. It is there. So I get true. Jackfruit in the matrix, it will give false. Right? Now, for a vector it is length. But for a matrix it is dimensions. Right? So this matrix, so for dimensions I will do dim this matrix. DIM is a thing, that is 2 by 2 matrix. So you get 2 by 2. Again length is number of items. So you have 4 items. Right? So here this matrix. Now I want to print all the items in this matrix. That's a 2 by 2 matrix. So for rows in 1 to n row, this matrix. For columns in 1 to n column, this matrix. Print this matrix rows and columns. So I'm printing entire rows and columns. Right? Now, how to combine matrix? Now, let us see how to combine the matrix. That means you have added rows and columns, right? Now I am combining different matrices. So first matrix is matrix combined R bind. So I can combine it one matrix below the other or one matrix beside the other. So here matrix 1 is there, which is created, which is a 2 by 2 matrix. Another matrix 2 by 2, matrix 2. Now matrix combined. So how does my matrix 1 look like? So let us look matrix 1. So this is the matrix 1 and this is the matrix 2. Orange, pineapple, mango, watermelon is matrix 2, matrix 1 is your apple, cherry, banana, grape, right? Now I am combining them. So I can combine them either row wise or column wise. First I am combining row wise. So when I call for the data, it looks like this: apple, cherry, banana, orange is the first matrix, and second matrix is done. So you are pasting. So pasting command only, but you will use rbind, right? So this is the matrix combined. So when you look at the matrix looks like this because you have added the rows. Similarly, if you want to do column wise, so you will do column wise matrix C bind, matrix combined. So you will do column wise orange, mango, pineapple, watermelon, new column has been created. So that's all for the matrix. So you have learned vectors, list, matrix, and their all conditions and properties.